As per this question is concerned, we are studying decomposition of calcium carbonate. In this equilibrium state, we have got two solids and one gaseous substance involved in equilibrium. He is asking the correct statements out of the score. If you check this one by one statements, the first statement says delta H is dependent on temperature. Delta H is thermodynamic data regarding this particular equation. And we have got Kirchhoff's law, dou delta H by dou T as delta C. And this equation clearly indicates that a particular equilibrium state has got, of course, it has any reaction has some delta H value which varies with temperature. Therefore, this statement is correct. Coming to the next statement, he says equilibrium constant is independent of initial amount of CaCO3. Actually, equilibrium constant does not depend on any factor other than temperature. So this is a quite fact that equilibrium constant being a ratio of forward and backward rate constants which are dependent on temperature. The equilibrium constant depends just on temperature, not on anything else. Hence, he says independent of initial amount of CaCO3 would be a correct statement. Coming to the next statement, K is dependent on the pressure of CO2. Pressure of CO2 has no influence on equilibrium constant as long as temperature being constant, equilibrium constant remains constant irrespective of the other factors. However, you change the other factors, but the temperature being constant, equilibrium constant remains constant. Therefore, K dependent on pressure of CO2 is a wrong statement. Coming to last statement, delta H is independent of the catalyst T phase. Actually, delta H is the difference between the enthalpy of reactants and products in a reaction. And H being a state function, irrespective of the path of the reaction, the state function difference won't change. So whether you use a catalyst, if you don't use a catalyst, delta H of the reaction remains constant. And he says delta H is independent of the catalyst if any is a correct statement. Therefore, we can say A, B and D are the correct statement